Come in. Come in. Wouldn't that make us birds of a feather so we flocking together? What's that? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. So, I was confused. And I was in my feelings because this my people. None of this happened. So I come up and I'm like, oh, you don't want me to speak on it. I'm dragging it out. Oh, you must not been over Netra calling me a bitch and talking about my pussy. I'm not dragging it out. She's dragging it out. She made it content. So anywho, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna speak my truth. See, you so used to yes men, people bowing down. I don't bow down to anyone, not even my man. Let's be clear. I don't do that. What I have done is not said a lot of things and kept my mouth shut. So yes, I was upset. Oh no, Don, don't come and say it now, Erica, because you didn't hear Netra over there actively dragging me, calling me all kind of bitches and talking about my pussy and doing all this other shit. After calling me on the phone. Hold on, let's fast forward. So you have your little class, whatever. You get back online and start talking about me again. I still didn't say anything because I'm waiting on the clips to upload. To say, I was like, I know somebody got these clips. Thank God I did hear them. So I'm looking for them actively all through the night. T asked me what happened. I told T what happened. I was pissed at this time once I had heard what was going on. I was pissed. Don't block anybody. You can mute, but don't block. I was pissed. I said, fuck everybody. Because I'm tired of people thinking they can say and do anything to me and I not say anything. Move forward. I go live. After I done got all the clips in the order in which it all happened. I go live and I play them the way that they were. Show the truth. Show the truth. Because this was supposed to be my friend that lied. They stood on business. I got on that live and I said, you could have called me. I'm not doing this on the front end with you, Netra. You didn't pick up that phone not one time yesterday, the day before yesterday. All of that could have happened. I would have never went live. You could have picked up that phone, like I said on the live. You didn't do that. But you went over into the morning. What time was it? About 2:30, 3 o'clock, all the way up until? Still speaking on Erica. So when I get up, I go live. After I done got all the information that I needed. Show the receipts. You double down after I done showed the truth. You start your live and say that I'm still lying. Sets up, go battle, do your series, do all of that stuff. And still saying, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to do that. Y'all go live again later on last night. And pretends that you couldn't find the clips, but the clips was right there. Play them. Hear the truth. Oh, I must have misheard. No, you lied. Ain't no misheard. You lied. You blatantly lied. That's what it was. With no misunderstanding. It was a blatant lie. Period, point blank. End of story. You called me this morning. When you called me this morning, you said, Erica, you got time? I said, yes. Let's talk. We talked. You started apologizing. I'm quiet. Listening. You saying that you're sorry. I tell you then that I wasn't ready. I understand. Yeah, I understand. Or whatever. We start going into the stories about me sitting around BK. You say, oh, you done said this, you done told her. I say, if you my friend, I can vent to you. If I'm feeling some kind of way, whatever. About anybody, anything. And it's just like any other relationship. If I choose to continue dealing with anything, that's my relationship. Oh, that ain't the same thing that me talking to you about Eric or none of that stuff and this, that, and the third. I say, that ain't on you or what relationships I choose to keep. That ain't on you. We had this discussion. We keep going on, and I kept saying, Netra, I need you to listen to understand instead of listening to respond. Because you're not understanding. Well, no, I'm just trying to apologize so we can just kind of move forward. I want to move forward. I want to take accountability, and that I want to do this. I can own when I'm wrong. I'm not going to let my pride get in the way. None of that stuff. I said, okay. And then I get emotional, and I say, Netra, I want you to understand what you did hurt me. You done been around my family. You done been around my child. Nobody on this app has. Not a one person but you. So that means I trusted you. I trusted you heavily because I brought you around my child. I shared personal information when I had stuff going on with my other child with you. Because I thought you was my friend. Call it what you want to call it. Say cry, cry, cry. When it comes to my kids, it's a different level. I trusted you. And for you to get on this app to make me content and know it was a lie. And then you say on that call, oh, you know the people going to try to make it content. I say, no, they not. We done with that. I'm not making it content. Let's move forward. You said, let's move. I just want to move forward. I said, okay, cool. Let's move forward. Or whatever. That's what it is. I said, but I'm not ready. I'm not in a headspace right now to accept the apology. I understand, and when I got emotional, he said, Erica, you know what? I'm putting my feelings to the side because your feelings is what matter the most to me right now. Your feelings is what matters the most to me. I'm listening. I'm understanding because your feelings are very valid. I understand. Only for me to get online. And I'm now your content again. Nobody has spoken about that shit today at all. Nobody but you. Not even 8 hours later. You made me your content again after I told you what it did to me just the day before. How it made me feel. And you made it a court case. And then expecting me to just be like, la 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 la, oh, it's entertainment purposes only. My relationships are not entertainment purposes. Not when I take them seriously. Because people who are truly my friends don't make me their content. They don't address shit on the front end. They don't do none of that stuff. People who truly fuck with me don't do that. And then as it's getting on and I'm like, nah, you said you wouldn't do this. You said you weren't going to do that. You gonna say over there that, oh, and Poetic seeing what was happening. She was like, no, we need to end this right now. We need to end this right now because I don't want, she said, I care about Erica. I like Erica. I don't want this to damage any friendships, none of this stuff. You say, no, we're going to proceed. Oh, I'm keeping on. So what I heard with you saying that, the way I took that was, fuck her. Those weren't your exact words, but that's the energy that you gave off. You continued on. And I was like, wow. I said, you know what? I'm done because I felt myself getting emotional again. Actively while my feelings getting hurt. that my quote-unquote friend was on round 2 of hurting my feelings in the public, I said, I'm done. And I drop out the box. Because I dropped out the box, you proceed to go ahead and say, and start, you went immediate into dragging me for real, for real. I was a bitch. You talked about my pussy. All those things. And at that moment I knew, girl, you don't fuck with me. You a lying, trifling, no good motherfucking bitch. And until you do right by people, ain't shit gonna happen the way you think that it should. Because when somebody don't do anything to you and you actively do what you did unnecessarily, see, Netra, you think that you bigger than the program.
Mod me on this page right quick. It's some for real troll pages in here. Mod me on this page. And I'm going to go back down.
All right. But you, hold on. You see, the thing is that you have this thing of thinking that this internet has gotten to your head. You've changed over the years. You say, I came over there and ran over there and sat with y'all, da-da-da-da, and you was like, oh, you FOE, Eric. And I told you straight up, don't tell them people that, this, that, and the third, or whatever. Yeah, I was in your platform just like I was in everybody else's. When I was going over there, Netra, I wasn't being drugged by nobody. I didn't have anything going on. And see, did me at that time, did me and Dime have a disagreement? Yes. But me and her still was cool. Y'all just didn't need to know that. Didn't nobody need to know that. I chose to keep my relationships away from people. It wasn't none of nobody's business. None of that. That's when the stuff changed. It was none of y'all business. Y'all thought I was being drugged. Y'all thought that it was turmoil. It was not. People saying, oh, I needed to find a home. Baby, I'm sitting in mine comfortably. I don't need a home on the internet. I don't need validation. I don't seek that. Nor do I need that. I'm not you. I don't need an army of people telling me what I need to be doing, influencing my thoughts. I actively watch you sit and read comments and read them out loud and make them your own. Not at any given time. I actively see you use your own people for content. I'm sure I'm not the only person over in quote unquote FOE where it's supposed to be family over everything when it ain't family over anything. Because in my family, we don't move like that, sis. We don't move like that. We don't embarrass each other. We don't use each other for entertainment purposes only. With my friendships, we don't do that. My family nor my friends do that whatsoever. When you wanted me to say, FOE don't do this, FOE don't do that, but yet you let FOE say all those nasty, disgusting things about Erica. Because of FOE, Erica created a to-block list. Because I sat over there and watched FOE, the quote-unquote family that you say I was a part of, drag me. And I sat over there and watched the matriarch of said family allow it. And not say, oh, Erica ain't like that. But on the phone, you telling me, Eric, I really like you. You a really sweet person. You a really good person. You're not none of that. Just this morning, as a matter of fact. But the moment that I say I'm done being embarrassed and standing up to you and not allowing you to use me for content, I become a bitch. You start talking about my pussy. But you was my friend. Immediately, not even 5 minutes later. It only took you 5 minutes to flip. Yeah, I came back on 10. I didn't disrespect you. I didn't call you out your name. I didn't do any of that. But you did. And Netra, it can't be every fucking body. You telling me that I'm sitting over there with HB, the person that sent you me eating pussy that you watched. Remember, Netra, that we was about to get into it? Unmute, Sweet Nine. The person that you say that you was about to get into it, but you didn't do it because my daddy was sick and my daddy was dying. You was the same person that was ready to play that same video. You think I forgot? So I don't know why I trusted you in the first fucking place. You said that I sat over there with HB, but you sat over there with HB too. Did HB not have a funeral for you? Did HB not put your grandchildren in a casket? But you went and battled HB after all of that. HB became your niece after laying you to rest on the internet. Pot, meet kettle, and it's black. I'm just following you, leader. You're setting the example. You say that I'm sitting with the people like Braid King. Oops. FOE is confused. Because Braid King done drug you for fifth. Done did all the things. Oops. Nephew. The moment Braid King came out, you was the first one on his panel. I'm not mad at you anymore. Nephew, he became your nephew. You fell in line back with him multiple times. So how dare you tell me who I should be around and who I should not be around? How dare you tell me who I should be friends with and who I shouldn't be friends with? I'm just following the leader. You taught me how to act. You taught me how to act. No, it's an autism awareness made by Auntie Kitty. It says different is beautiful. Has the puzzle pieces. Thank you. She in the comments. If y'all want to get one, you can get one. Go to her TikTok shop. She just commented. I'm just acting the way that you act. I'm moving like you move, influencer.